In a village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a young boy named Liam. Now, Liam was a kind and curious boy, but he had one very peculiar trait. He took everything, and I mean everything, literally. This made life in the village, well, quite an adventure. One sunny morning, his mother asked him to keep an eye on the soup. Liam, ever the obedient son, plucked a spare glass eye from his grandfather's collection and carefully dropped it into the pot. You can imagine his mother's surprise when she found it bubbling away amongst the carrots and potatoes. Another time, a friend told him to break a leg before a school play. Poor Liam spent the afternoon trying to figure out the least painful way to actually do it, much to everyone's confusion. At school, things were even more chaotic. When his teacher, Mrs. Gable, said, "It's raining cats and dogs," Liam ran to the window, utterly disappointed not to see a single poodle or tabby falling from the sky. When she asked him to lend her an ear, he genuinely considered how he might detach his own. His classmates would often giggle, not out of malice, but because Liam's world was just so wonderfully, bafflingly literal. He saw words as solid blocks, each with one single, unchangeable meaning. The idea that cat and dog could mean anything other than the furry creatures themselves was completely foreign to him. Life was a constant puzzle, and Liam was starting to feel a little lost in it all. He began to grow quiet, afraid that whatever he said or did would be another mistake, another reason for people to laugh. He wished words were simpler, clearer, like the stones he collected by the river, each one solid and real. Then, one autumn, a new teacher arrived. His name was Mr. Harlan, a man with kind eyes and a way of speaking that felt like a warm story. He noticed Liam's struggle right away. He saw the confusion behind the boyish quiet gaze and decided to help him see the world differently. One afternoon, Mr. Harlan asked Liam to join him on a walk. "We are going on a journey, Liam," he said, "to the Cave of Echoes." Liam's eyes lit up. A cave that echoed? That made perfect sense. You shout, and the sound comes back. Simple. They walked through whispering woods and over a babbling brook, phrases that made Liam glance around for talking trees and gossiping water. When they reached the cave, its mouth was a dark, mysterious oval in the hillside. Mr. Harlan led him inside. It was cool and damp, and their footsteps crunched on the gravelly floor. "Now, Liam," Mr. Harlan said, his voice soft. "Shout something." Liam took a deep breath and yelled, "Hello." The cave answered back, "Hello, hello, hello, low." Liam grinned. "It works." "It does," Mr. Harlan agreed. "But words can echo in another way. They have meanings that bounce around, deeper meanings you can't always see at first. When your mother asks you to keep an eye on the soup, she doesn't want a glass eye in her dinner. She's asking you to watch it, to pay attention. The words echo with a different meaning." Mr. Harlan then told Liam a story about a brave knight. The knight, he explained, had a heart of gold. Liam immediately pictured a knight with a heavy, shiny, metallic organ beating in his chest. "That must have been very uncomfortable," he said seriously. Mr. Harlan chuckled. "Not a real heart of gold, Liam. It means he was kind, generous, and brave. His goodness was as precious as gold. See? The words echo. Heart of gold is an idiom, a phrase where the meaning isn't what the individual words say." Over the next few weeks, Mr. Harlan gave Liam more of these word echoes. "He's the apple of my eye" meant someone deeply cherished. "Don't spill the beans" meant don't reveal a secret. Each one was a new discovery, like finding a hidden gem inside an ordinary rock. Liam began to see that language wasn't made of solid blocks, but of shimmering, changing light. It was a kind of magic. Soon, the annual village storytelling contest was announced. The theme was the spirit of our village. In the past, Liam would have avoided it, terrified of saying the wrong thing. But this year, with Mr. Harlan's encouragement, he decided to enter. He spent days thinking. What was the spirit of his village? He thought about the baker who always had a bun in the oven, not literally, he now knew, but was always working on something new. He thought of the farmer who worked through thick and thin to bring in a harvest. He thought of his own mother, whose love was the rock of their family. On the day of the contest, the whole village gathered. When it was Liam's turn, he walked to the stage, his heart beating fast, a normal, fleshy heart this time. He took a deep breath and began to speak. He didn't tell a story about ghosts or magical spirits. Instead, he talked about the real spirit of their home. He spoke of the helping hands that were always ready to lift a fallen fence, the warm smiles that could light up a room, and the strong shoulders people offered each other to lean on. He described their village not with literal facts, but with the colorful, echoing language he had come to love. He painted a picture with his words, full of heart and meaning. When he finished, there was a moment of stunned silence. Then, the entire village erupted in applause. They weren't laughing at him, they were cheering for him. They saw not the boy who put an eye in the soup, but a young man who truly understood the heart of their community. Liam, for the first time, felt the true power of words, not just to say things, but to connect, to inspire, and to share what was in his soul. He had not only understood the echoes, he had learned to create them. Years passed. Liam grew up, but he never lost his fascination with the magic of language. The boy who once took everything literally became a teacher himself, standing in the very same classroom where he had once been so confused. And when he saw a quiet child in the back, staring out the window, puzzled by a world of words they couldn't quite grasp, he would smile. He would walk over, lean down, and with a kind voice, say, "Let me tell you a story about a place called the Cave of Echoes." And a new journey would begin. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. See you in the next video.